The only thing colder than the weather on the East Coast is the relationship between President Trump and his former chief strategist, Steve Bannon. The president's lawyers sent a cease-and-desist letter to Bannon overnight, threatening imminent legal action. The letter accuses Bannon of making defamatory statements about Mr. Trump and his family in an upcoming tell-all book. The White House says the president is furious and disgusted. Fire and Fury quotes Bannon accusing Donald Trump Jr. of treason. He also says the Russia investigation's path to the president, quote, goes right through Paul Manafort, Don Jr., and Jared Kushner. In Bannon's words, they're sitting on a beach trying to stop a Category 5. Chip Reid is at the White House with more revelations from the book. Chip, what a morning. Good morning.
You bet. This Bombshell book by author Michael Wolff has caused a dramatic split between President Trump and a man who used to be one of his closest political allies. The president said Bannon only pretends to have influence to fool a few people with no access and no clue whom he helped write phony books. And this morning, CBS News has learned Wolff recorded some of the conversations. Calling the meeting treasonous and unpatriotic, Bannon said the three senior guys in the campaign thought it was a good idea to meet with a foreign government inside Trump Tower with no lawyers.
That is a ridiculous accusation.
White House spokeswoman Sarah Huckabee Sanders fired back against the treason charge and pointed to Bannon's 60 Minutes appearance, where he called the collusion accusation baseless.
I was there. It's a total and complete farce. Russian collusion is a farce.
If anybody's been inconsistent, it's been him.
Bannon also said special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia probe is all about money laundering. Their path to Trump goes right through Paul Manafort, Don Jr., and Jared Kushner, adding that they're going to crack Don Jr. like an egg on national TV.
Steve's been a friend of mine for a long time. I like Steve a lot.
That friendship seems to have faded. On Wednesday, President Trump shot back at his former strategist, saying Steve Bannon has nothing to do with me or my presidency. When he was fired, he not only lost his job, he lost his mind. Bannon took on a different tone on his Breitbart radio program, where he seemed to defend the president and avoided addressing the book.
The president of the United States is a great man. You know, I support him day in and day out.
The book paints an unflattering portrait of Mr. Trump, who Wolff says didn't want to win the presidency and assured his wife Melania it wouldn't happen. On election night, Wolff quotes Donald Trump Jr. as telling a friend that his father looked as if he had seen a ghost. Melania was in tears and not of joy. A claim disputed by the First Lady's office. When dealing with the president, Wolff writes that aides said that Mr. Trump didn't read, was no more than semi-literate, and was quick to lash out. Former Deputy Chief of Staff Katie Walsh told Wolff it was like trying to figure out what a child wants. Wolff also cites the president's vulgar language, alleging that he called Sally Yates a derogatory term for female genitalia and referred during the campaign to his now communications director Hope Hicks as a piece of tail. Wolff did have significant access here at the White House. Sarah Sanders admits he had about a dozen interactions with staff, and the CBS News White House team has seen him here frequently. A lot of people here this morning are wondering how in the world this happened under their noses. And also this morning, Sarah Sanders, the press secretary, has announced that White House staff will no longer be able to use their personal phones in the West Wing. Norah?
All right, Chip, thank you.